gossiping. What I put on my wall, that's who I am, is to love. And to love with my heart.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from, you know. So if I
That
can,
is you. That is you. It is you. It is coming from you.
yeah.
Love is you.
Oh yeah.
It is you. You are it.
Oh well, thank you.
It
Bill.
right? You are it.
Yeah, because I
You're
feel
not
it.
trying to
Oh,
be
no.
love. There's no one trying. You are love.
I feel so inspired when I can, when somebody puts something down and I feel inspired in my heart. And sometimes I'll get tears in my eyes because I know that they're hurting so bad and they just want someone to talk to.
Sure.
And
I
that's
get-
okay.
I get that in the car all the time. People can't wait to get in the car and tell me their story. And I love it. I listen to the story and I interact with the story. It's their story.
Yeah.
It's not my story. I have my own story. I try to make it as big as possible so it's not confining, but nonetheless, you can't live your life without a story.
There's always a
So
story
if
behind something.
yeah. So make it a good one, right? And if you're going to make it a story, and make it a good story rather than a bad story,
Yeah,
right?
you know, Bill, it doesn't matter who you talk to.
No.
It's like I feel here. No matter who it is I talk to, I'm free to talk.
Yes.
And it comes from my heart.
Right. Well, that is a free space, isn't it? It's free and it's
Oh.
spacious.
Yeah, Bill.
And
More
and
spacious than we realize.
It's so spacious that it has no conditions.
No, it has no ties.
No.
They're just
No time either. Of course, right?
That's right.
It's free of all those if there are it has no obligations other than the ones people put on it.
That's right. But even that has its space.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's almost like you can go into any space and just share your love. And no matter whether it's 2 words, or it's a full sentence, or you're writing a paragraph.
Yeah. Of course, 'cause-
You know, Bill?
Yes.
And that's the way I'm free. I don't understand why people don't have that to some degree. You know,
it's a
Bill,
It's,
like
well, I think actually they do. I think that what it is they've been conditioned to believe otherwise, and at a certain point, it's easier to go with the conditioning rather than to kind of step out and move in a free direction. You know, when you start freelancing,
yeah, that's a good word.
It's intimidating at first because
Well, yeah, but
you
still.
you're not pre-thinking things, right? So you're it's out there. It's like a stand-up routine, all right?
I know.
Manny, Mo, and Jack, right? And it's Abbott and Costello.
Laurel and Hardy. Yeah.
Laurel and Hardy. There you are. And actually, freedom has quite a bit in common with humor.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think
just you know what it ends up being a very light way to walk through life. It's
Yeah.
just a very light way.
Yeah.
And you just
Because you're free.
it's
to
all
do
yours,
it.
so you don't have to actually own anything.
No,
So then there's no reason to fight for stuff.
I don't. It's funny. I can be sitting there, and I can be talking to, or typing something up, on my pad, and someone could be talking to me over here in the house, and I can juggle both.
Sure. Because you can always pull your awareness and expand your field of what you are allowing.
Right.
That's a personal thing. So some people overfocus and then they don't see what is surrounding you. If you overfocus, you get the idea that things are separated. Whereas when you
Oh.
pull back, you see they're not separated at all.
Now
They're
you
all
see the whole picture.
they're all connected, right?
People.
It's all one.
oh, one.
In a brilliantly, beautifully designed color of diversity. You know, just
That's a multitude.
it's everything.
Yeah.
And nothing's the same. I mean, you think if nature could make something the same, it would say, oh well, hell, snowflakes. Who's going to care? So they're only snowflakes. So on snowflakes, we'll just go ahead and reproduce them because, after all, who cares?
Does everybody like for me? I pick up a lot when you talk. So if I'm not giving it back,
It's okay.
I'm storing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because you got to let stuff roll around, don't you?
Of course you do.
Right?
If you didn't let it roll around, then how could you possibly put something together?
Right. It's like a good piece of gum. You got to chew it for a while, right?
Experiment.
I remember I used to chew my gum as a little boy and then put it in sugar, put it in the freezer, and save it for the next day.
Did you really?
I did.
I don't
When
remember
we
that.
lived in New York because I had that, and I would put
Well,
it in
you were a little guy.
I would dip it in the sugar bowl and then put it in the freezer, and then the next morning I would get my gum and take it to school. If I was running low on cash, and
Oh,
because gum was a priority, I had to keep the gums moving until the nuns found it and then threw it away. Made me throw it away. Right?
I was trying to think. You did have nuns, didn't you?
A what?
Some of the kids didn't have nuns. They had regular lay
No,
teachers.
I had nuns. My most famous nun was Sister Mary Ruth.
So I remember Sister
She
Mary
was
Ruth.
fierce. And and her and I had a thing. She would ask me to sing when we'd have music class. She'd sing.
Oh, she would ask you
She'd
to
ask
sing?
me to sing.
Did you?
I would. I sang the Old Gray Mare.
That must have made her.
She never got it. I always picked the same song. She never figured it out.
Her habit must have went.
And I would say, the old gray mare, she ate what she used to be. She
And
never.
did you come out at
She
her like
she never
that?
got it. She just had the most content look of bliss on her face as I was singing to her. She didn't matter what song I selected, just
What
that I was
grade
singing to
was
her.
that?
Huh?
What grade?
Oh, I don't know. Second grade, third grade, maybe.
Okay.
It was New York, I think. Yeah, New York.
I remember another.
No, it wasn't New York. It was Rochester. So it would have been.
Rochester.
No, it wasn't Rochester. It was Pasadena. It was
Oh.
St. Philip's.
Oh, it was?
So I must have been 12, 13,
Oh, no, probably about 12.
12,
About 12.
about 12. Because Monsignor North,
Oh, what?
right? Monsignor
He
North.
kept thinking that you and Danny were the altar servers at St. Philip's.
Yeah.
He would come up to me and he'd say, "Oh, and you're," because they were redheads at CERD. One was a redhead, one was a blonde. And he'd come up and he'd say, "Mrs. Lando, those boys did such a wonderful job today." And I thought, what?
Yeah.
He had me mixed up with another lady who had a.
Although I
blonde
used to
I know.
do that,
I know that, but this
I
was
pushed the button.
continuously.
I pushed the button and rang the bell.
Hey, how about I think you did it. Did Dan do it? I'm not
No.
sure. Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew did it.
I had no doubt, Matt. That'd be
I
fun.
remember my first grade teacher at Sacred Heart, Sister Marie Paulus. She was the kindest person. She was tall, and her red hair would stick out once in a while out of her garment, And I'd stay and help her. She would give me a nickel. That was a lot of money. And I'd go across the street to the bakery, get 2 donuts, take them home and share them with either my mother, if she was there, or my dad, or one of my siblings, brothers and sisters. And that was a big deal for me, Bill.
Sure.
Sure. I didn't have to have a whole. Bill, you don't miss what you don't have.
No.
I never
Well, how
missed
could
any
you?
of it.
That's the problem with is that people are missing stuff not only that they don't have, but that they'll never have or never will have or never will show up.
Yeah.
And they're living their life in the imagination.
Oh, that's not good.
In their thoughts, right? It's just.
I think memories are good. Conversation piece, if you're talking about family and stuff, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
always a good thing. But never.
That's a reflection.
That's right. Never should that take space completely.
No.
And it doesn't.
Well, and if it if it appears to take space, it's only an appearance.
That's right.
It's
I'm here
only an appearance, right? You've created this little substrata.
because you're talking to somebody about something that is affiliated with it,
Right.
and it'll come up just like that.
Yeah. Well, the good stuff does. The good
Yeah.
stuff you don't pre-plan.
No.
It just arrives,
Yeah,
and you either can speak it or doubt it.
that's right.
And if you learn not to doubt what just arises naturally, you'll end up sounding a whole lot smarter.
Yeah.